30 pounds.
Here's a look at the last back points from McBrady over Pack, and just for the last couple of minutes just been so dominant up top, and he's just trying to pick up some team points there with a pin, but great job for McBrady getting it done in the FCIAC championships.
And again, the two normal foes, Danbury and Warde, will face off at 135 on your left. That's Tyler Arsenault. He's 16-3. On your right, Ian McAllister from Warde, just one loss on the season for Fairfield Warde.
Yeah, Ian McAllister, 30-1, 35-9 a year ago, 102-19, and Tyler Arsenault, 24-5 this year, 49-19 in his career, and this should be one of the better matchups we have in the 135-pound class. These guys, a little bit more muscle definition, a little bit bigger guys, still have all the endurance of the younger little guys, but a little bit stronger up top and a few more different moves in their belt.
McAllister is the 1 seed in this tournament. Arsenault was the 3. Slow go of it early on in this first period. Arsenault in the white singlet for Danbury. McAllister for Warde in the red, trimmed with white and black. McAllister was a state champion last year. Arsenault finished 3rd in the FCIACs last season. Still not a lot doing. Still no points.
And no one has a complete control. They're still trying to figure out a way to get on top and gain control, but a lot of hand game so far. Getting to those legs with the single leg, but just not doing anything with it. Very slow this first period as we head into inside 25 seconds. As McAllister tries to shoot that high crotch, but Arsenault just doing a great job of just blocking it.
Final 10 seconds of the opening period. So we'll head to the second period scoreless. What'd you like, what didn't you like from those two?
Well, you know, what I liked is that they're trying to figure out a way they're looking for the big pin. They're 135 pounds. They're looking for a pin. There's a big atmosphere here. They got a lot of people inside. And what I didn't like is they're not being aggressive. They're just kind of just hanging out. They're looking for the big pin, but they're kind of hanging out. They're not doing with it. They're getting to the second level. They're getting through past that first level and getting to legs and arms and upper body, but just not contributing and not turning everything over and putting everything together. But you know what, these guys are, they're not starting fast. They're looking for finishing strong. So we'll see what happens. But these guys are no stranger to winning the pins. Ian McAllister, 31 this year.
Ian McAllister has had an easy go of it getting to this championship round. Of course, he had a few byes as the #1 seed. Had a 15-1 decision in the quarterfinals, and then a pin in the semifinals over Hunter Eldred of New Canaan. He was the 4 seed. For Tyler Arsenault, he had a few more matches that he had to take part in. Had a pin in the 3rd round, a pin in the quarterfinals, and a 6-4 very close decision victory over Colin Polish of Ridgefield in the semifinals.
Here's a look at Ian McAllister on top. Great lower view of what's going on that mat, and look at the atmosphere behind him. Just trying to ride those legs on top, and just we may go 2 periods with no points, Keith.
We get a restart. Danbury's Tyler Arsenault again on the bottom.
Trying to break through, get some points, and it looks like he will.
Still no control, not fully. They're waiting to see if this will just, well, still no escape either, because McAllister is holding on to the leg of Arsenault.
Yeah, McAllister knows that he didn't want to give up any points. Is knotted at 0, tied up in the second period. He'll hang on for dear life if he has to. He's not giving up those escape points.
Look at those two hands of McAllister clamped together right in front of you on our screen. And now that is broken. So it appears, let's see, did they give an escape point or not? I don't believe they did. So we're going to head to the third period scoreless. So a fantastic job by Ian McAllister holding on for the final 30 seconds.
For 30 seconds, holding on to a high caliber athlete wrestler with Arsenault, not giving up those reversal points. That's great. As we get the first points of the evening for the 135-pound class in favor of McAllister.
McAllister gets the escape. They jockey for position. And we'll head back to the middle of the mat. 90 seconds remain in this third period. Arsenault with a tough shoot. You look at McAllister, just kind of warded off. And yes, the pun was meant there. Fairfield Warde. McAllister now jumps up on top, and he leads 3-0.
Yeah, McAllister doing a great job of getting on top and spinning on and riding out. Now just digging that forehead on top of Arsenault. And McAllister, like I said, no stranger to being in a winning position. He's 30-1 this season.
Final 40 seconds of the third period. A 3-0 lead for Ian McAllister. Final 20 seconds now of the third period. It'll be the first point for Arsenault. And Tyler really has to get it motoring. He needs some sort of takedown. Final 5 seconds. He's got to go strong. Doesn't realize the clock, I don't believe, and it's the final 2 seconds now. Ian McAllister will take home the title at 135 pounds for Fairfield Warde. Final score, 3-1. What a victory it was for Ian McAllister at 135. The 140 pound is coming up next. Stay with us on MSG Varsity.